Greetings, fellow explorers! Are you ready for an adventure? I'm Captain Nova, and I'm here to take you on an exciting adventure through our amazing solar system. Then buckle up, because our space journey is about to begin. Hold on tight, here we go! Wow, we reached the sun! It is one of the billions of stars in our universe. It gives energy, light, and warmth that make life possible on Earth. The sun is the center of our solar system. All 8 planets travel around it. It's the heart of our amazing solar system. The sun is about 4.6 billion years old, and it's still shining brightly. The sun is made mostly of hydrogen, with helium making up much of the rest. Without our sun, our solar system would be a very dark and cold place. Our sun is just one of millions of stars in the Milky Way galaxy. We've learned about the amazing sun. Now, let's blast off and discover the next world in our solar system. Hold on tight! Here we are! We've reached our first planet, Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, and the smallest planet in our solar system. One day on Mercury is longer than its whole year. Isn't that amazing? Mercury is the fastest planet. It zooms around the sun in just 88 Earth days. But here's something amazing. It gets super hot during the day and freezing cold at night because it has almost no atmosphere. Wow, Mercury was full of amazing surprises. Now, let's fly to our next planet, Venus. Here we are! We've reached our second planet, Venus! Venus is the second planet from the Sun, and Earth's closest planetary neighbor. Venus is the hottest planet in our solar system, even hotter than Mercury. Its thick atmosphere traps heat, making the whole planet incredibly hot. And its surface is covered with thousands of giant volcanoes. There is one interesting fact. Venus spins in the opposite direction from most other planets. That means the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. Just like Mercury, one day on Venus is longer than its whole year. And guess what? Venus doesn't have any moons either. Venus is the brightest planet in our solar system. It shines so brightly that people often call it the morning star or the evening star, even though it's actually a planet. Wow, Venus is truly a shining wonder. It's actually our neighboring planet. Now it's time to visit our own amazing home, Earth, the beautiful blue planet. So here we go! Wow, look! We are finally approaching Earth. It is so big and blue. Can you see the clouds? Earth is our home and the only known planet where life exists. About 71% of Earth is covered with water, which is why it's called the blue planet. Isn't our home beautiful? Earth has one natural satellite. We call it the moon. Earth revolves around the sun, and the moon revolves around Earth. Together, they travel around the sun. Earth spins on its axis once every 24 hours. That's what gives us day and night. And it takes Earth 365 days to travel around the sun. That's one whole year. Earth has a special blanket of air called the atmosphere. It gives us the air we breathe and protects our planet from those harmful rays. Earth is the only known planet with water and air and the right temperature for life. That's why our beautiful blue planet is full of plants, animals, and people. Our Earth is a very special planet. Let's take good care of our beautiful blue planet. Now it's time to say goodbye to our home and get ready to explore the mysterious red planet, Mars! Let's go! Hooray! We've arrived at Mars, the amazing red planet. Let's discover what makes Mars so special. Mars is the 4th planet from the Sun. It's known as the red planet because its surface is covered with rusty red dust, giving it its famous red color. Mars has icy polar caps made of water ice and frozen carbon dioxide. Even though Mars is a cold desert, its north and south poles are covered with ice. Just like Earth has a moon, Mars has 2 tiny moons. They're called Phobos and Deimos. Mars is home to the largest volcano in our solar system, Olympus Mons.
It's about 3 times taller than Mount Everest.
Mars has an atmosphere too, but it's much thinner than Earth's. That's why Mars is very cold and doesn't have the air we need to breathe. A day on Mars is almost the same as a day on Earth. But a year on Mars is much longer. It takes 687 Earth days for Mars to travel around the Sun.
Long ago, rivers and lakes may have flowed across Mars. Today, scientists study these dry riverbeds that water once existed on the red planet. Scientists have sent amazing robot rovers to explore Mars. They take pictures, study rocks, and help us learn more about the red planet.
Maybe one day, humans will build a colony on Mars. Would you like to live there and explore the red planet? Now it's time to leave the red planet behind, continue our solar system adventure. Get ready to explore the mighty giant Jupiter! Let's go! Here we are! We've reached the biggest planet in our solar system, Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. More than 1,300 Earths could fit inside it. Jupiter is a giant ball of gas. It doesn't have a solid surface to stand on like Earth. See that giant red spot? It's a huge storm that's been swirling on Jupiter for hundreds of years. Jupiter spins so fast that one day there lasts only about 10 hours. But because it's so far from the Sun, it takes almost 12 Earth years to go around the Sun just once. That's one whole Jupiter year. Jupiter has 95 known moons. That's more moons than any other planet solar system.
Jupiter has rings too, but they're very thin and much harder to see than Saturn's famous rings. Jupiter is the heaviest planet in our solar system. Its super strong gravity helps catch or steer away many space rocks before they can reach Earth. Look at those glowing lights near Jupiter's poles. They're giant auroras, even bigger than the northern lights on Earth.
Scientists don't think life can survive on Jupiter because it's made of hot gases and has enormous pressure deep inside. Wow! Jupiter is truly an amazing giant planet, but our adventure isn't over yet. Wow! We made it! Welcome to Saturn, the beautiful planet with the most amazing rings in our solar system.
Saturn is the second biggest planet in our solar system. Saturn is a giant ball of gas. It doesn't have a solid surface to stand on, like Earth. Saturn looks golden because its thick clouds reflect sunlight in beautiful shades of pale yellow and gold.
Saturn spins very fast. One day on Saturn lasts only about 10.5 hours. But because Saturn is so far from the Sun, it takes about 29.5 Earth years to go around the Sun just once.
That's why 1 year on Saturn is 29.5 Earth years long.
Saturn has more than 270 known moons. That's more moons than any other planet we know. Sometimes colorful auroras glow near Saturn's poles too, and create magical waves of colorful light. Here's an amazing fact. Saturn is so light that if there were a giant ocean big enough, it could float. Saturn was incredible, but there are still more amazing worlds waiting for us. Now it's time to visit the icy blue giant, Uranus. Let's go! Welcome to Uranus, the beautiful icy blue giant of our solar system. Did you see it? It's different from the other planets because its spin axis is tilted about 98 degrees. Uranus is super special because it spins on its side. Uranus takes about 84 Earth years to go all the way around the Sun. A day on Uranus lasts about 17 Earth hours. Uranus has 28 known moons. They travel around this icy giant in different sizes and distances.
Wow, did you know that Uranus has 13 rings? They're way darker than Saturn's. Uranus looks blue-green because of methane gas in its atmosphere. And it has some powerful winds. Uranus is extremely cold.
Wow! Uranus was amazing! Now, Cosmo, it's time to head to our next planet. Let's go! Wow! Finally, we've reached our last planet, Neptune. Neptune is so far away that it takes about 165 Earth years to go around the Sun just once. Neptune has 16 known moons.
Neptune is another icy giant, filled with gases and icy materials deep inside. Neptune shines with a beautiful deep blue color because of methane gas in its atmosphere. Neptune has faint rings too, but they're much harder to see than Saturn's.
Wow! We've explored every planet in our solar system. What an amazing adventure! But wait, we have one more stop to go, Pluto. Scientists don't consider it a planet anymore. It's called a dwarf planet. Scientists reclassified Pluto a dwarf planet in 2006. It is very smaller than our moon. Pluto is famous for a huge heart-shaped region. Pluto has 5 known moons. They all travel around this tiny dwarf planet. Pluto has mountains made of water ice.
A year on Pluto lasts about 248 Earth years.
A day on Pluto is about 6.4 Earth days because Pluto spins so slowly. Wow, what an amazing adventure! We've explored our solar system, from the Sun all the way to Pluto. We discovered so many incredible worlds together. Keep looking up at the stars, keep asking questions, and keep exploring. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye, friend.